Alright, you know what? I've been cleaning these guns. The camera's right there. Talking to you guys for the last 20 minutes or a half an hour while I'm cleaning these guns. And I just looked at the camera to see how many minutes I'm using up on you guys, because I don't want to waste a lot of your time. And I forgot to hit the record button. So you just missed out on a lot of stories. Sorry guys, I'm not going to repeat them. You snooze, you lose. In this case, I screwed up. Let me find the spring. Now I took it out of the suds water. Now what's in that water is about 2 gallons of, it was very hot water out of the tap, but hot. Hot to where, you know, you couldn't really keep your hand in there. We have our water heater set a little hotter than normal, one notch up from normal. So our water, our hot water is hotter. It will burn you. It's uncomfortably hot. You know, you just hot. And then there was a cup of clothes, liquid clothes soap, laundry detergent, and there was a couple ounces of purple cleaner that you find at Walmart or Tractor Supply. That's why it's the color that it is. And then over here, there's another bucket, just as hot, of just clear water. Because after I get done doing what I have to do and soaking everything in here, I go over there, I rinse, and then I'm putting it on the plenum out back on the wood stove, because I want the water to dry up a little bit. And the hot water helps, it will dry up a lot faster than the cold water, and it also helps cut the grease and any carbon and things a lot faster. Now let me see here. I got to this one here. So meanwhile, I think I got all that I had done. Come on, be nice. There, okay. Now put that in there. Put this one in there. And that's about it. Let those soak for a few minutes. Now let me go get one that's been cleaned, and I'll kind of show you what I do. Okay, this is the FN 45, the FMP 45, or they also call it tactical. So I had it cleaned in the hot water, scrubbed it all out, frame, action, barrel, you name it, did it. Put it in the other clear hot water with no soap after I was done. Well, I can't do anything with my hands right now because they're all filled with soap. Come on, be nice. Everything is slippery. Slippery. And then I took it after that and I put it over on top of the plenum. First of all, the hot water almost dries instantly. There, okay. And then it's been sitting over there while I did a few other ones. And then when I did the next one, I put that one over there. and then I just carried on from there. So there's like 5 or 6 firearms over there. All right, so meanwhile, this is basically dry. I still want to blow air through it. Now it's a little easier to do a pistol than it is to do a revolver, because you really want to make sure on the revolver that you blow out the action inside the grip. Now I'm blowing air right into the firing pin hole and into the back end where the firing pin is. Now there's really nothing coming out. This is basically dry. Okay, now I'll take a little bit, if I can find it here. A little bit of oil, not much. Actually, I should use, where is it? I shouldn't be using this. I should use mine. Hold on a minute. I'm going to use this, but hold on. I'll use that, it's okay, rig 2, but I don't want to spray it on, because I don't want to put that much on there. So I'm going to put it on a Q-tip. And then I'll look and I'll put some of this on the parts that I've seen that have some wear marks on them. And then I'll wipe some of it off. I'm sorry for the noise in the background, but I'm using a number 3 fitting. And then I'll take the same Q-tip with the same on there, and I'll put it somewhere on here, again, wherever the stress points were, to where it was dragging. And a little bit of the action area. Again, not a lot. We don't need a lot. As long as I can see it making a difference, that's all I care about. And get down there, get that little mag release. Yeah. Cover it. And that's about it. You don't, like I say, you don't need a lot. I'm not going to just take the spray can and spray it in there, because that's going to be too much. If I want more, I'll just spray a little bit more on the Q-tip. You know, but basically that's done. I really don't need any oil in there, but I'll send the Q-tip through. And whatever drags, whatever it does, it does. I'm not crazy about oil. A little bit of stress right there, or drag. So we're pretty well set. I'll wipe it off. And we're done. the barrel thread back on. Now this you have to kind of worry about because you can't put it on there with Loctite. If you put this on with Loctite, you're not going to get it off. And you have to be able to take it off to get the barrel out. So you really have to pay attention as to what you're going to use when you put this on, as far as, any type of nail, liquid nail, Loctite, whatever it is you're going to use. You really, really want to pay attention. Now, what I'm looking for here is, I have a little bit, I can't find it. Sorry about the air compressor going cuckoo on you guys. And where the hell did I put what I'm looking for here? I think this is crazy. Again, I do something. I can't just put this on because it'll loosen up and come off, and then the next thing you know, it'll end up dropping. I won't be paying attention to it. And, oh, here we are. And next thing you know, I'll be looking to buy another one. That'll cost me an hour away. This is almost like a caulk, a black silicone caulk that I just put on there, but it's not quite as strong, but it's a little rubbery, so it'll stop it from just twisting off. All right, now we'll get the Never-Dull. Never-Dull. You know what? That compressor's going to keep running as long as it keeps going. I have the 3-ring because they'll fit anything, but they just don't fit tight. But this way, what's good about it too is if the wife happens to be going to a hardware store or Home Depot or whatever, and I need one, I can tell her, listen, just pick me up something with 3 rings on it, and I know it'll fit, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Now that was all discolored, as you've seen before, because of the cleaning. Well, this will bring it back to where it's supposed to be. And when I'm done, I wipe this off, and you'll never know. You'll never know. You'll never know. Do I really care about the barrel? Nah, but why not? Okay, now that rag. Let's get this rag over here. No, this one's all wet. I can't use this one. Hold on. I'm going to get a new rag. Alright, so now that that's done, I've wiped the whole thing down with some Never-Dull. And now we're back in business. Now we wipe the Never-Dull off. And we look new again. So that one is done. Come over here. Throw it in its slot. I'm gonna go get another one. Okay. The one I just did was the FN45. Hey, Tuck. This one is the FN57. 5.7. FN57. They actually spell out 5.7. So, alright, so now I'm going to put that thing back on there again. Hey, buddy. And it's dry. There's nothing there that you can't see that, you know, you got to worry about. I want to make sure. I do have a water slash moisture on the compressor. I'm actually thinking of starting to carry the 45 again because I like the way it handles. I always kind of like the way it handles. I never really had any problems with it. And I like the way it fires, it fits. I just like it. What's the matter, buddy? Sometimes she's such a pansy, a princess. Time for another Q-tip because this one's starting to fall apart on me. The only reason why I don't like this gun too much is because of the safety. But I overlooked that. Come on, there you go. The safety on this one, which I think is a great place, to be honest with you, is right here on the fingertip. Because where is it? Your finger's here. Safety, on, off, done. All right? Thumb is a good place for it, but this is a good place as well. However, I've been carrying thumb safeties for so long that, you know, if I was to carry this one, I would have to go to the range with it quite a bit and get used to that finger safety. And just keep using it to remind me of it. And I won't carry it with it off. I just don't believe in it, to be honest with you. what I do with that? Oh, here it is. I may start carrying this because I do like it. It's a nice piece. Alright, let me take this off here so it starts making that noise and the compressor will stop. Let me put this away over here. FM57. Okay. And you don't need to watch me do the rest. You kind of get an idea of what I do. So it goes into the hot bath. Now I don't do this if I only have 1 or 2 guns to do, but when I have 7 or 8, this is what I do. There's 2 in here right now. So I'm going to finish cleaning those. But they go, I take them apart, I scrub them. After I'm done with that, I rinse them in fresh water, which is over there. Again, as hot as you can stand it out of the tap. You really don't have to boil it. All right, you don't want it that hot. And in my case, I put it on top of the plenum, which is hot, so that they kind of dry out. But the hot water dries out fast already to start with, and at that point, that's it. In the summertime, I just let them sit in the sun for 10 minutes or so. Then I bring them here. I blow them out with air, just in case there's any left around. After I blow it out with air, I wipe it down. I put some oil on Q-tips. I use a little oil on all the parts that look like they're wearing. And then I blow it out again. Then I wipe it down with Neverdull, wipe it off, and then I put it away. Because, when it comes to cleaning, do it whichever way you decide to do it. I don't want to hear any kind of cocky bullshit remarks. Alright, it's whichever way you feel best. Whichever way works best for you. You do whatever it is you gotta do. This works for me. I've been doing it for years. I've got guns that are 35 and 40 years old that I've been doing this with, and they're still working with thousands of rounds on them. However, you may do it and have nothing but problems. So again, it's whatever turns you on, whatever floats your boat. I say, I don't have problems with it, so I do it. I enjoy it. It works for me. Now, I wouldn't do this if I only had one or two to do. I've said that before. But when I have a lot of them to do, well, then at that point, it's easier for me to just soak them and do them like I'm doing them. Now, let me get a Q-tip. Put a little spray on it, a little Earl. And again, I only do where I see wear, and a little bit naturally in the guides. You don't need a lot, you really don't. Less is best. You just need enough. That's all. You don't really need to goose it down. Yeah. I mean, you want to make sure that you have all the spots that are wearing or have stress or may be exposed. For whatever reason, do whatever you can. Now, I am not going to be able to get all these done today because they're all clean. Just that I've got 4 more that have to be assembled, you know, and oiled and wiped down and things. And I'm not going to be able to get to that today. Alright. If I have any oil on my hands, I'll usually wipe the barrel down with it. But it's whatever's left on my hands. And now this. Okay, this one's not bad. You know which one could be a pain in the ass sometimes if you're not paying attention? The Beretta Storm, the Storm 4, or X-Force, the Beretta 4, whatever you want to call the darn thing. It could be a pain in the ass. Now I already blew all this out with water, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, now let's wipe this all down with some Neverdol. Now let me get my clean rag over here that's dry and clean and wipe off the Neverdol that I just put on. Good. This is the FNX. So that one goes here. Wipe this one down with a little Neverdol. I gotta put a little oil on this one too, but this doesn't take a whole lot at all, to be honest with you. This is a nice little gun for a lady. It's a fair caliber. Is it a good caliber? No, it's a 32. It's a fair caliber. Right. Is it going to go? Is it going to penetrate? Yeah, it's going to penetrate. You know, you're probably going to have to empty it though. You know, like in other words, you pull the trigger, as long as the threat's still standing and still facing you, just empty the gun on them. I mean, because that's basically how it's going to work. But for two reasons, it's nice to conceal, and if you haven't got a lot of strength in your hands, you don't have to worry about putting the magazine in and racking it. All you have to do, do I have a 32 out? No. Okay. Let me take one out. These are regular range ammo. I usually keep hollow points in it. You put your magazine in, flip the barrel up. There's a little lever right here, and that pops the barrel up. Put the round in, close it, put the safety on, you're done. Take the safety off, pull the trigger, it'll work, and it'll automatically rack it. So you don't have to worry about doing anything. It's a nice little gun for that reason. And it will do the job. You know, just that it's not going to knock them off their feet. You know, and if they're strung out on something, they're probably going to keep coming. I mean, so the pros and cons. I feel comfortable with it. I feel comfortable with my wife owning it. So it's not that it's, you know, something that I would tell you to buy that I won't use myself. I actually keep that one nearby when I'm in the house. Okay. Alright, so we're basically done for now. There's not much more I can do at this point. So I'm going to shut this down, and I got to go in the house and make a meatloaf.